Good day, everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself again. I am Labandia Mulig, 19 years of age, a second-year college student in Southwestern University, Pinma, taking the course of Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, or DVM for short. So I am here today to conduct an interview regarding to some questions concerning the practices of exercise. But first, let me introduce to you my interviewee slash trainee for today's video. So kindly introduce yourself po.
Okay, hello everybody. So I'm Rochelle Filsuda, 19 years old, a second year student from Southern Lake State University, Nasin City campus, taking the course of Bachelor of Science in Social Work or BSSW.
So Miss Rochelle Felicelda, before we start with the interview itself, I have here a motivational video which will help you understand more and feel motivated to partake on exercise activity. So now, let me play the video itself.
Things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other, and it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the warpath. And that starts with one of the fundamental laws of combat leadership: prioritize and execute. What's the biggest problem? What's causing the most stress? Family? Okay. Sit them down. Explain where you are at. Be blunt, be upfront, and then give them the simple plan of how you're going to get things back on track. Don't sugarcoat it. You give it to them straight. Next, you got some late payments. Call those creditors up. Explain to them what's going on. Set up some kind of a minimum payment plan so you can start making some progress and get them off your back. And then you got your job. Right? You're falling behind at work. Okay, talk to your boss. Face it. Tell him that you're going to step up your game. Tell him you're going to be at work early, you're going to be at work late, you're going to be at work during lunch, you're going to be wherever you need to be whenever he needs you to be there. Tell him you're going to get after it. And tell him that you're 100% committed to supporting him and the company and the mission. And then you get started. And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in. Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow. So in the future, you look back at these struggles and you say to them, thank you. You made me better. It's all back down to a very primitive mindset of we just have to do. It's like breathing. Breathing becomes normal. We don't know that we're doing it. That's how you have to live your life. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, this is what we do. It's what we do now. Because to get to where you want to go, the amount of pain involved, I'm not saying physical, I'm not saying you got to break yourself off. The amount of mental pain of how many times you're going to have to do something that you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. There's going to be more times you do something that you don't want to do than you are going to want to do. That's your new norm. So then it's like breathing. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to.
So that would be all for the motivational video, Miss Rochelle Felicelda. And now that the motivational video is about exercise is finished playing, we will now head to the main part, which I will be asking you some questions regarding about the exercise.
Okay.
So here is the first question for today's video. If you were to do an exercise, what would be your reason for doing it?
Okay. If I were to do an exercise, my reasons would be it, it is for my own good, and I think. Okay, wait. Can I speak vernacular?
Yes, you can speak in either language that suits you well.
Okay. My reasons for doing an exercise would be mas makatabang sila ako in terms of my physical strength, yeah, that. And also to boost my mental health, because based on research, exercises it can also help mental health. If it's correct.
Yes. So the next question is, what are the benefits that you gain by doing an exercise?
And just like I said, it can benefit me in terms of my physical strength, and can improve my skills, especially now that I'm not really good in enduring some weight in my body, especially if I'm doing push-ups or push-ups like that. So this exercise will improve my skills in doing also that exercise. And for my mental health, as I said, it can help me to like to get rid of stress like that.
Okay. So moving on to the next question. This question is the main part of this interview because the first two questions were only a one-up question. So now let's begin with the main question. So here is the first main question for today's video. How was exercise defined in the context of health?
Exercise is a subset of physical activity that is planned, structured, and repetitive, and has a final or an intermediate object. that improve or maintain physical fitness. Um, Physical fitness is a set of attributes that are either health or related, skill related.
Okay. So let's go to the second main question. How were the benefits of exercise emphasized?
What? You can repeat that?
How were the benefits of exercise emphasized?
The benefits of exercise was emphasized by improving muscular and cardiorespiratory fitness, improved bone and functional health, reduced risk of hypertension, coronary heart diseases, stroke, and many more, which made these benefits strongly being in place for the good.
Okay. So moving on to the last main question for today's video, Miss Rochelle Felselda. How were the effects of exercise traced to the different system of our body?
Okay, the way where the effects of exercise trace different systems of body is by doing exercise. It strengthens your heart and improve circulation. The increased blood flow raises the oxygen level in your body. This helps lower your risk of heart diseases such as high cholesterol, coronary artery diseases, and heart attack. Regular exercise can also lower your blood pressure and try, I don't know what the term of that, but that is how were the effects of exercise trace the different system of our body.
Okay, so Miss Rochelle Felselda, before we wrap things up for today's video, there are I will give you another type of question, but this is just a yes or no question, which is stages of change questionnaire. So you can only answer it yes or no.
Uh,
Just a little survey. Only 4 questions in this survey. So the first question: are you currently physically active?
yes,
Yes. Okay. Second question: do you intend to become more physically active in the next 6 months? For activity to be regular, it must add up to, to a total of 30 or more minutes per day and be done at least 5 days per week. For example, you can take one 30-minute walk or three 10-minute walks each day. Yes or no?
I think yes, it's yes.
Okay. So, third question. Are you currently engaged in regular physical activity? Or do you currently
Yes,
engage? Yes?
yes, yes.
Okay. So, for the last question for this survey, just a little survey, do you been regularly physically active for the past 6 months? Or are you been regularly physically active for the past 6 months?
For the past 6 months,
Yes or no?
it's a no. I
Oh,
just
it's a no for
actively.
this. Okay. Thank you, Miss Rochelle Felselda. So now we will wrap things up for today's video. That would be all for the interview. I really appreciate your cooperation, Miss Rochelle Felselda, and that thank you very much. So that would be all for
Thank
today's
you.
video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.